A lot going on, folks, for Barcelona. A lot going on. Okay. Ansu Fati is now going to don the number 10 jersey. Young Spaniard from La Masia. It makes sense. I know a lot of people are sitting here screaming, oh, this club's done and not a great way to pass off a jersey and how dare they do this and he hasn't earned it. Listen, you're right. It's not the same way that Ronaldinho passed it over to Messi, and Messi's not even here to pass it off. But let's be clear here. When you look at this team and the situation they're in, they got a youngster that came up through the system. When he wasn't injured with his knee injury, he was performing at a high level, period. He was. Yes, you're right. This could be something that I look back on and go, oh, I can't believe we did this. But at the end of the day, when you're really, really looking right now, what other choices do they have, right? You need an offensive spark. You need a young player that's got a long career. You need someone that's exciting and fun to watch. He plays for Spain, the youngest player to score for Spain against Ukraine. He's got a lot of the good stuff. And you know what? We don't know where this is going to take Ansu Fati. Yes, he hasn't established himself as a cornerstone of Barcelona, but here we are, okay? This club had to let go of the best player in the world. There's no way around it. This club ran down a terrible road with Bartomeu. There's no money. We're in basically all the moves they're making. You have to be grateful for players like PK and Jordi Alba, and people are taking pay cuts just to keep this team together. So while everyone wants to bash this team and saying that it's over and they're never going to be as great as they were before, and Atletico Madrid stealing all their players, you're right. We got in a bad place, but you know what? We had some great years, and we're going to build back. And in America, whenever there's a football team, it's very common that you have to start over and build back. Well, you know what? Barcelona's starting over, but not from the bottom. They're not. You know, seeing Griezmann go to Atletico Madrid, honestly, he wasn't fitting in this team. He never fit for this team. And yes, it's a shame that we spent so much money for him just to give him back and have him take over his wages with an obligation to buy. But you know what? He belongs at Atletico Madrid. He belongs there. He doesn't belong. He's not a Barcelona player, guys. He's not. He's not happy. He's miserable here. Our fans are booing him. There's no reason to keep him. And he never really made an impact. He's not a Barcelona player. I hope he gets his form back, but he has basically taken 2 years off and been miserable. That's the reality. Now, Luke de Jong's going to come to play up on the right side on a loan. Yes, you think about it, right? You think about Braithwaite, de Jong, and okay, I see those are your wings. I got it. And you feel like, well, that's not as good as it could be. But you know what? It could be worse. Memphis Depay's doing some things. We're waiting for Ansu Fati to come back. Dembele, if he ever stays injury-free. But this is where we're at. And I think this team, as a team, can build back pretty strong. I think when we have everybody not injured, I think we're going to be better than most people think. Yes, we're not going to be the highlight reel for everybody, but we're going to be good. It's really frustrating how much grief this team is getting. What do you think that Laporta was going to come in and be able to make magic? They over $1 billion. This is a pretty damn good squad considering everything he's fighting against, everything he had to let go of. You have to give the guy credit. I think he made better moves than I expected. Now, the front three doesn't look stellar, but at the end of the day, we should be working through the middle. To be honest, we need people who finish up top. We don't need the magic to be made up very front top. We need to make the magic in the middle. That's Barcelona. Magic's in the middle, not up front. We need people to put it away and have some exciting plays on the field, but we're not dependent on the number 9. That's not the way. So with all this being said, congrats to Ansu Fati. I hope this isn't too much pressure on him. I'm sure he's feeling it now, which was the one thing you don't want to do to your youngster is put too much pressure on him up front, but here we are. I can't wait to get Coutinho back. I think he could really work with this squad. I think it's nice that we don't have to juggle Griezmann. I know he's technically a better player than some of the other options we have, but he didn't work. That last game was horrendous. I mean, he was bad. He literally disappeared and was just like a dancing little flick back player. That was it. It was crazy. All right, guys, I'm still looking forward to this team. I know it's not going to be the greatest team of all time, but I think this is where you start building. I really do. I think this is great, and I think Barcelona put the faith in the youngster to say, we're doing a long project. We're not trying to make everybody happy right now. We're not going to make the huge purchases. We're going to make it happen with what we built. Talk to everyone soon. Let me know how you guys feel, honestly. I know there's been a lot of emotion going on with this. You know, you got Griezmann, you got Ansu Fati, you got people coming back, you trying to get back. All the things that are floating in the air. Aguero, like, we've got a lot of options, guys. Look forward to this year. Talk to everyone soon. Let me know how you feel. Let me know how you're feeling about each of these. Are you like good riddance, Griezmann? Or, oh, thanks for coming? Are you Ansu Fati? Like, oh, I think he's going to be the torchbearer? Or are you going to be like, well, we'll see if it's not too much pressure? De Jong, how do you feel about Luke De Jong? How do you feel? How do you feel about having two De Jongs? Talk to everyone soon.